Hey there, real estate agents. I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor and coach. And today I'm here to help you out with ChatGPT. Have you tried to use ChatGPT to save time and money, but the results you got were less than what you expected? Maybe even completely not useful? This video provides the strategies you need to use and example prompts to get the best output from ChatGPT. So let's get to it. I'm with eXp Realty and the Wolfpack sponsorship team. When you partner with us and the Wolfpack, you get more value than anyone else in the real estate business is offering. And it's all free. Learn more at smartagentalliance.com. All right, on to the expert tips and prompts. I'm about to tell you specifics about what you need to do to get the output you want. And I'm giving you example prompts. You can write those down, but you don't need to. I'll give you the full list via email. Just email me and put ChatGPT prompts in the title of your email. My email is in the description below. When I first started using ChatGPT, I became discouraged fast. ChatGPT just wasn't giving me the quality or the quantity of output that I wanted. But after some advanced training, things started to sail along, and now I use ChatGPT every single day. Let's get to the issues and how to deal with them. Be clear and specific. You must be clear and specific. Avoid ambiguity and broad or vague questions. Here's an example. Let's say you want ChatGPT to write a property description. Here is a clear and specific prompt. Of course, I already have these prompts written out, so I am just going to copy and paste them in here so you guys don't have to watch me type them in. Here's the first prompt. Please write a detailed property description for a listing. The property is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Anyway, you can see what I'm getting at. This is just basically everything, and then all we are going to do is hit send a message to ChatGPT, and we're going to see what ChatGPT gives us back. Don't you like the way it says, "Absolutely, Karrie," throws in my name there, and then tells me what it's going to do, and then plugs out the information that I'm looking for. As you can see, it's starting out quite nicely. Welcome to this meticulously cared for single family gem. Sounds nice, right? Now, when this finishes, what I do is I take these answers, I copy them, I paste them into a Word document, and then change things that I don't like or that are inaccurate, or sometimes ChatGPT is a little too creative for my taste, so I'll change that as well. Anyway, you can see this is quite thorough, so it's a great prompt. There's going to be stuff for you to use. Just keep in mind that ChatGPT is like your brainstorming partner. Don't just cut and paste exactly what it says. Could be wrong, could not, might like not even sound like you. You get the point. Anyway, let's go on. Provide context. You should provide relevant background details to set the scene. Here's an example. Let's say you want ChatGPT to craft a client email about a new property. Here is a prompt with context. To that end, in creating the context, I have put this one into ChatGPT, and note that ChatGPT remembers what I just asked it. So this will get closer and closer to the kind of content that you want. And once again, it's going to say, "Certainly, Karrie." It's so polite. All right, and then it's going to get to the task. Which is drafting an email in this case. And you can read it right here. "Dear Alex, I hope this message finds you well. I'm thrilled to share this property that not only meets but exceeds your desires," and on and on and on. It's excellent, right? And once again, when it's done, you are going to copy it. And of course, all you're doing is highlighting, Control C, go to your Word document, paste it in with Control V, all very fast. I also like that right here at the bottom, it tells you what it did. Managing randomness. To manage randomness of ChatGPT's output, provide settings about the creativity and tone you want. Let's say you want ChatGPT to write an Instagram post about the benefits of home ownership over renting. Here's a prompt that guides creativity and tone. And here's the prompt for managing randomness. You can see here that we are aiming for this positive and motivating tone and avoiding technical language to keep the post concise and relatable. So we're guiding what we want ChatGPT to do. And note here that ChatGPT can add the little emojis too. I like that. This is a very concise output for your Instagram. Controlled output. If you want even more control over ChatGPT's output, use system-level instructions like, quote, "You are a helpful assistant," or "You are an expert in some topic that you need." Let's say you want ChatGPT to provide 5 great YouTube ideas. Here's a prompt to control the output. Here's an example. You're an expert in knowing the best YouTube topics for a real estate agent. Can you provide me with 5 engaging and informative video topics that I should consider for my YouTube channel? And here we go, the ultimate guide to Marin County. See, ChatGPT knows that I'm in Marin County, and that's why it put out where I am. And that's because I use it all the time. So these are all going to be related to Marin. And if your output doesn't show where you are, just tell ChatGPT, just say, "Hey, now include where I live, and this is where I live." And it'll rewrite it again with your location in it. Now that you have some straight up single prompt tips to get what you're looking for, let's get into some prompting tips that will take more than one prompt, but together they will move you to the desired output. Back and forth dialogue. To get better output, you can engage in a back and forth dialogue with ChatGPT. Let's say you want a script for asking a client to lower the price of their home. Here's how that might go. You would type in, "I need to write a script to gently ask a client to consider lowering the price of their home. Can you start with a basic outline?" And then you wait for ChatGPT to give you its response. Then you say, "That's a good start, but can you include some empathetic language that acknowledges the client's attachment to their home?" And then you wait for that. And then you can also say to ChatGPT, "Can you now add a section explaining how a price reduction could lead to a faster sale using recent market statistics?" And you wait for that. And then you say, "Great, now please conclude with a reassuring statement that highlights my commitment to getting the best possible outcome for them." Use warm-up prompts. ChatGPT will understand more about what kind of information you want if you begin the conversation by providing warm-up prompts. That helps set expectations. Let's say you want to use warm-up prompts to make ChatGPT a master at creating a catchy flyer for an open house. Here's how that could go. Say I'm planning an open house for a property in a residential neighborhood, and I need to create a flyer. Give me some ideas, and then there you get the ideas. That's a lot of good ideas. Very thorough, right? Okay, I'm going to plug in my next question here so it's ready to go, which is something you can do while it's still spitting out stuff. So I'm adding follow-up with, I'm going to say, oh, I shouldn't need to put the follow-up in there, but it probably doesn't mind. Anyway, I would have just put great suggestions. Now can you focus on emphasizing? And that is what it is going to do. Next, I am going to refine some details by adding this question. And by the way, notice since I can plug in my next question, sometimes when I'm doing work, like when I'm loading up YouTubes and I have a lot of things that I'm going through, I just ask all the questions and then I just scroll back to the answers. And that way I don't have to sit around and wait for each one. But you do have to wait for it to finish before you hit on the next question. So this is still going, so I'm not going to hit go until this is in here. Anyway, I'm going to refine details here. So I'm saying, based on your ideas, let's add details about the open houses, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to have ChatGPT add those details. And if you're sitting here reading this, you'll see that that is really good output. Again, it might not be exactly what you want, but cut and paste it and just make it exact. But you don't have to do all this thinking on how to put this together nicely. Okay, one last thing we're going to try here. We are going to try this, which is, now that we have the content, can you format that into a brief but engaging flyer outline, suitable for printing and distribution to the neighborhood? So it's telling me how I should do this. This should be my top section. This is what should go there. This should be my middle section. This is the information that should go there. And these are my design and layout tips. So as you can see, it did everything except give me a picture of exactly what's going on here. I bet that's coming in the near future, because we know that there's a lot of pictures now that are generated AI. I'm sure this will be something that ChatGPT will pop out in a picture form sometime soon. 7, breaking down complexities. This is a big one. Have you ever asked ChatGPT a question and just got a fraction of what you wanted or a much shorter output than you were going for? I have. Here's how to get around that. Break it down. For example, let's say your question is, how do I increase my real estate sales in a competitive market, enhance my outline presence, and improve client satisfactions? You got it. Break it down. And in breaking down those complexities, here is the increasing sales portion of that question. And we see that Chat has no problem in coming up with lots of information regarding increasing sales. I am queuing up the next portion, which has to do with enhancing online presence. See, this is quite in depth, right? All right, so let's do this one now based on the current digital guidelines. What's the best methods for a real estate agent to enhance their online presence? I'm going to get that answer. And while it's spitting that out, I am going to add the next question. Again, this is really in depth. This is a lot of information. Highly unlikely that had I done the complex statement, which I should have showed you, it would have been much shorter. In fact, I'll do that at the very end of this so you can see what I mean. But you can see that that is really thorough. Now let's go into this last question that all had to do with the complex question that I started with. Again, this is a pretty complex answer. All right, so that's a very complete answer. So now I'm going to plug in the complex one that we started with. So this was the original question that I broke down. So let's just see if we get as much information as we got by breaking it into the 3 sections. So we'll plug in the whole thing. And we know we had it was 8 answers and then 10 answers and then 12 answers. So let's see if it repeats the whole thing right now. Okay, I can already see that this is completely different, right? Because we had 8 answers to the first part before, and then 10 and 12, I think that's right. And here, we got 6 answers. Now there are some other subparts, so it's bigger than just one thing, but overall this must be a lot shorter than the other 3. So that is the difference that you can see. So by the way, when you think something is going to be too complicated, I would just first try it the easy way by giving ChatGPT the whole thing. And that's because ChatGPT is getting better all the time. But if you don't get a great answer, then break it down. Feedback. You can also provide feedback to get even better answers. Let's say you ask ChatGPT to generate a property description for a listing and all you got back was, quote, "This charming 3-bedroom home features a spacious backyard and a modern kitchen." At that point, you can provide feedback. Say something like, "Hey, the description is good, but it needs to be more detailed for potential buyers. Can you include specific features such as the type of countertops in the kitchen, the size of the backyard in square feet, and any recent renovations? Also, please mention the proximity to local amenities like schools and parks." By giving detailed feedback, you will guide ChatGPT to produce more tailored and informative content, improving the use for you. Experiment with prompts. Are you still not getting what you want? Time to experiment. Let's say you want to request a motivation statement. Here are some different types of prompts you might try. The general prompt. Can you provide a general motivation statement for a real estate agent to stay focused and driven in their career? Client-centric prompt. Create a motivation statement emphasizing the importance of client satisfaction in real estate. Market challenges prompt. Write a motivation statement for a real estate agent facing a challenging market, highlighting resilience and adaptability. Goal-oriented prompt. Draft a motivation statement for a real estate agent aiming to double their sales this year. Innovation and growth prompt. I need a motivation statement for my website that inspires a real estate agent to embrace new technologies and growth opportunities in the industry. Work-life balance prompt. Please write a motivation statement for real estate agents focusing on maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Okay, that was a lot of prompts. Each of these prompts directs ChatGPT to generate a motivation statement tailored to the different aspects of the real estate agent's career, be it client relationships, market challenges, personal goals, embracing change, or balancing work and life. Hopefully, one of those will resonate with what you are looking for. Experiment with prompt lengths. Yay! You made it to my last prompt point. You can also experiment with length of your prompts. Different lengths can influence ChatGPT's response, offering varied depth and breadth of information. Let's say you use the same desire for a motivational statement as in the last example. Here's how that could go. A short prompt: give me a quick motivation boost for real estate sales. And if you don't like it, then you can go to the medium one, a medium strength prompt. I need a motivational statement about persisting in real estate during slow markets. Wait for it, and if you don't like it, go with the long prompt. As a real estate agent focusing on luxury properties in the competitive market, I also face high expectations and intense competition. Can you provide a detailed motivational statement that reminds me of the importance of personal branding and networking in maintaining a successful career in this niche? Each prompt length allows for different levels of specificity and detail in the response, hopefully providing you exactly what you are looking for. Okay, that's a wrap. If you don't yet know about the many ways you can use ChatGPT as a real estate agent, check out our video that should be showing now. Also, if you'd like to check out eXp Realty or the Wolfpack, that's here too. Thank you for watching and have a great day.